Okay, as you know, you're being assessed on your Year 9 History Industrial Revolution depth study, and the way that you'll be assessed is through the Learning Journal. All of the work that you do on this assignment is done in a group situation. However, you'll need to collect your individual evidence. And as I said, that's done through the Learning Journal. Ensure you input your student name, and you'll see down the left is the assessment rubric that we went through as a class. It's important that you note the difference between the A and the C and the different elements that you will be assessed on. You'll need to show evidence of each of these elements in your Learning Journal. The way that the Learning Journal will work is that it will provide you the opportunity to collect evidence of your learning, show you what the expected learning outcomes are, give you some tips on how to get there, and allow you space to reflect on your learning. If you look up at a number of the assessment criteria, you'll identify that reflection is a very key aspect. So, how will I see your evidence? If you've never hyperlinked something in a Google Doc, you simply highlight the text and click on this link button here. In this case, I'll go straight to my Coggle. I will make sure that I grab that link there and paste it in my document. It's also very, very important when you're looking at the Coggles that they are shared with a new user, which will be me, so that I can see it. The next element you'll need to show me is your board game planner document, which is attached to Google Classroom. Again, highlight, press the link button, go into the document, share, noticing that that has a lock as in private only to me, get the shareable link. Anyone at Glenelg can view, copy that, paste it in. And then lastly, my research log. Now, all of my documents are linked in. So let's go through individually each of the documents and what I'm expecting to see. So firstly, in your Coggle. So your Coggle, just like every other Coggle that you put together, should really show me evidence of how you've come up with your inquiry questions. I'm looking to see your identification and selection of historical questions with a particular focus on you learning about technological innovations, such as the inventions, the sociological changes and impacts, like the advent of the destruction of child labour and the advent of education, population movements and settlement patterns, the experience of men, women and children, and the short and long-term impacts. As you can see on this particular Coggle, you'll note that everything that's on here is a question, not an answer. And that is really important because that is going to drive how you are able to conduct your inquiry. Again, if you have any questions about your Coggles, please come and see me in class. Once you've completed your Coggle as a group, you need to do your board game planner document. Again, click on the link and it will take you directly to the document. In this, you need to think about the game that you are going to design. So it may be Monopoly, Civilizations, and write the name up here. Provide an overview of the game, which describes, and you can see in the comment boxes off to one side, I'll provide you the key details that need to be in that section. Learning intentions. That's where I want to know what you think people should get about the Industrial Revolution after they've watched your game and played your game. And then gameplay should briefly detail how you plan to do it. Lastly, for each member in the group, allocate the responsibility and the jobs that they're going to do. Once you've allocated that out, you need to conduct some research in order to answer your questions. Here is an exemplar research log. You can see it has inquiry questions, it has answers, and it has Harvard referencing to support it. Again, if you have any questions of any of these elements, please come and see me.